dead before I said let's fight!
No! That's impossible!
By the way.
BT Dubs is BTW. I'm gonna bust you up! Help, I'm not coming down. Where am I? Help!
Milk!
Chance got $5.
The champ got 5 on it.
Back where it came from.
Go back where it came.
Ah, here we go. Oh, fuck. Oh, God.
Oh, I tried to go in jump low. Don't for me.
Wow. One live, you coward. Oh, no. I should have done that.
Hello, YouTube and audio listeners. Welcome. My name's Scum. I'm joined with Meshi. And welcome to the 5th episode of the First to 50 podcast. Right,
That's
Meshi?
right. Big
Damn.
5.
Look, consistency. I've never been so consistent with anything in my entire life.
Oh, that's why you're number 2. Put on your hats, go.
If I had one, I would. I thought you were calling me shit, and then I realized that you're wearing a number 1 hat, and I was about to get violently angry, and then I realized you still might be calling me shit.
Never. I wouldn't dream of it, because then California would become substantially closer.
Wow, it's getting really close on this GPS
Yes.
at an alarming rate. Anyways, we're a video game, movie, anime, something podcast.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, we talk about stuff that we do, and then we just hope that you listen and enjoy it. You're welcome in advance. So we're just going to hop into our weeks. I thought I was going to get a lot more done this week. Is that what it's like growing up? You just lose track of time, and you're like, oh, I'm going to do so much, and then you're like, I didn't do anything.
What the hell? It's Saturday. Yeah,
Well,
constantly.
no, you know. So, well, I'll start with my week. I played front to back a little game called Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. This is a remake of Ninja Gaiden 2 in Unreal 5. Or is it remaster? Is it remake? I don't know. These terms are just so all over the place. We just finished playing the first Ninja Gaiden Sigma. It was super fun. So I decided for the second game, I'd play this new one that got released at the beginning of this year. It's wonderful. It's a lot of fun. I will say I did play Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2. Oh, bless, there's Rachel. This game is a little less responsive, like by maybe a few frames or something, or that's how it felt anyways, and that might just be Unreal 5. But overall, the experience was very enjoyable once I got the game running. I wrestled with this game to get it to run without having like a lot of texture pop in and out, because it would stay solid at 60. The problem was like the floor would disappear and the texture would reappear within the next frame. So there was like flashes of like texture popping in and out and all that kind of stuff. But the game was super fun. I played it in 2 sittings. The first one was like 3 hours, and then the next day I woke up and I played it for like 6 hours straight. And we just played through the rest of the game. I'm getting really excited, Meshi. The new Ninja Gaiden's coming out like in 2 months. My franchise is back.
Yeah, hopefully if it does well, we're back.
I mean, regardless, if it flops, I still get it, is the problem. Or not the problem,
true.
it's the solution. even if it's kind of meh, I still get to play my game. So we're back. Now there is a lot of, I guess we can get into it here because we're talking about it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of around the water cooler. If you haven't heard, the Ninja Gaiden subreddit, wars are going on. People are throwing words back and forth. Like this one person stated that, like, yeah, at the end of the day, I hope there's just enough content and an enjoyable game that I'm able to play for to justify purchasing the video game. And someone immediately responded to that to say, "Get out of here with your reasonable take."
Oh, that's good. That's good.
As far as the war going back and forth, it's not that bad. It's as far as like communities go, and you look at people like talking anonymously online, it's actually kind of civil. It's actually kind of people are voicing their concerns for certain things and whatnot as far as what combat stuff is going on. It's kind of a Devil May Cry 4 situation, because I don't know if you know anything about Devil May Cry. Not Devil May Cry. God. Oh, I'm having a stroke live on twitch.tv/B_SKUM. So Ninja Gaiden 4 is having a Devil May Cry 4 situation where you have a new kid that's going to be playable, and I don't know how much we're going to get to play as Ryu Hayabusa, who's the protag of every other game.
Oh, okay.
So you have a new strapping young lad who is doing stuff.
Is it like Ryu's son, or is it just
No,
kind of
he's some
another
new
ninja?
kid from a different clan.
Oh, the Foot Clan.
Yeah, of course, the Foot Clan. I'll get you a little thing to go on so you can see the new kid. So yeah, there's some gameplay things where people are like, oh no, we want Ninja Gaiden, we don't want Devil May Cry, which is much more stylish and like floaty combat and stuff. But this is a new kid. He's from some other clan. We'll find out more about him later. I like the idea of a drill spear. That seems fun. But
I mean, it looks good so far.
yeah, it looks fun. I just hope that maybe with Ninja
Ooh.
Gaiden 2 Black, that maybe, oh, there he is. I love you. Ryu popped on screen. I just hope that maybe Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, they kind of ironed out and got more familiar with Unreal 5, and this game won't be as abysmally difficult to get runnings, that way. Because I really don't want to buy a console to like play a game smoothly.
Well, maybe it's one of those things where like you pick who whose story you play or who you go through.
I think it's gonna be Devil May Cry 4. I think you're gonna like play the first half of the game as this kid, and then I think you're gonna pop in as Ryu later on, I feel.
Interesting.
But that
I mean,
but who knows? Right.
Yeah. I mean, I like his weapons. They got the drill and like the jet hammer.
Yeah. So the big controversy right now, if you don't know, is Ninja Gaiden is very rigid in its approach, where it's all about counterattacking. It's all about finding your opportunity or countering against the enemy hitting you, and you pick your weapon and you stick to it. You're like, this is the weapon that I chose to use for this situation. The new kid, he's pulling weapons out of who knows where and just swapping on the fly and doing all this stuff. And it's too much, Meshi. It's too much. Okay.
So passionate.
Yeah, there's so much there, Meshi. It's one thing. There's a clear line in the sand. Over here, there's Ninja Gaiden. And over on the other side of the line is Devil May Cry, and I don't want them touching, okay? It's one of those things. I want my dividey plate with my mac and cheese, my chicken nuggies, and whatever other thing separated by the plastic divots. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it.
I hate change, Meshi. When things take me off guard, I don't cope very well, if you haven't noticed.
No, no, of course not. No, no, no.
Yeah.
It's not obvious at
So
all.
no, not at all. So that being said, I had a lot of fun playing Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. And then I decided to immediately go into playing Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. Um, this Ninja Gaiden 3 was a little bit of a disappointment when it came out. Uh, the game stripped away a lot of the features of the previous games. Um, there was a focus on motion control. It sold a bundle with a plastic katana hilt that you're supposed to put the PS Move controller in.
Ooh.
There was like what I think you only had the dragon sword for most of the game because they wanted you doing the combat with the waggle stick, and there's no shop. Your save points are these flying birds that fly in along the way. I know it's all combat hallways and whatnot, but it felt more like a hallway than ever with less deviation to like run around and do stuff. Razor's Edge was their attempt to like fix it, to add in more weapons, to add in the golden scarab stuff and other things, I believe. It definitely feels different. I feel like 2 feels better than playing 3, but I'm just now getting used to 3 again. But I'm still having fun. I mean, you just watched me kill a dinosaur, so that
Yeah.
was kind of fun. But I will say, this game came out in what, 2012? Meshi, this is like a blast from the past. This was like that era encapsulated. There's quick time events everywhere. There's scaling walls with like alternating between left and right trigger. Like there's I don't know, it's been a while since I've played a game from that era, and it's just riddled with all the gameisms of the time, and it's just kind of humorous. I don't know if I'm mad at it. I think it was just like so prevalent at the time, if that makes sense.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I get what you're talking about. It's like a time capsule, basically, that you just popped, and we're like, whoa.
I was like, all of those things with that everybody did all of those mechanics. I remember the God of War ruined so much with their QTE stuff. But I'm still having a lot of fun. And Ryu, I think, looks the best in 3. I think that's my favorite design of his. Now he looks great in 4. He does look good. It's very sharp and very what would you say it? Gothic cathedral-esque maybe or something. There's a lot of sharp points all over him. But we'll see. I think it'll grow on me later on. But I'm falling back in love with the franchise, and it feels really good because I haven't played these games in years, and they used to be like these were my action games. I like these way more than Devil May Cry. Not way more, right? But I liked them more. But anyways, enough about me. I've sucked the air out of the room for 12 minutes straight, Meshi.
Okay,
What
time
did
for
you
me to
do?
suck the air out of the room for 1 minute straight.
Well, you just did. You need to let me finish my sentence. I give you an opportunity, and you're just like, I'm back.
Surfacing for air.
Finally, is this the whole? Okay, so what did you do with your week?
So
I did Ninja. What did you do?
Is that what I've been doing to people? I played Fallen Order, Star Wars Jedi's Fallen Order again. It's my second time playing it.
Did you say that title backwards?
I did say the title backwards because I I
Oh,
realized
I
that
feel.
Fallen Order isn't like descriptive enough, I guess.
Did an Annie Ann's pretzel on my brain. I was like, wait, did I hear that backward? What? Am I Benjamin Button going backwards through time? What's happening? Okay, so you played Star Wars Fallen Order. This is with the Ginger Jedi, right?
yeah, Cal Kestis.
Cal Chuchesta got it.
Yeah. It's I think it's 2019 when this game came out originally. I played it once and I thoroughly enjoyed it. and it takes me a very long time before I can go back and play like a story-based game.
Because you have such a
And
steel trap memory, right?
yeah, so I'm like, oh, I know what kind of happens throughout it, and so it takes me a while. But then when I finally go back, I'm like, ooh, this is reliving it, and it's fun.
Mhm.
Um, this game, a lot of people hate the fact that lightsabers don't dismember people, which I get, but at the same time, I don't care. I mean, I care a little bit, but whatever. It's Dark Souls light. Um, but it's fun. Like when you get the combat down and you're parrying everything and you're just fucking over people as a Jedi, it's a good time. It's a fun time. I I do better at it than I do at Dark Souls. Um, and plus it's Star Wars, so who doesn't love that?
No, I'm not giggling at you. I'm giggling at the idea of them flying away and this, I assume, Sith rival person literally just plants themselves on the windshield and just like, I'm just...
That's yeah, I mean, basically, yeah. Um, the
Go on.
force seems kind of silly when you don't have the sound effects to go along with it, so you're just kind of doing hand gestures at that point. Um, but it's a fun game. It's what's the word I'm looking for? There's a lot of environmental stuff that just like it's like a love letter to Star Wars and stuff. Like there's
Hmm.
Star Destroyers in the background. There's Clone Wars era stuff. You go through a destroyed what are they called? Vindicators, I think, is what the Star Destroyer version of the Clone Wars is called. You see all like the dead clones everywhere because it's like a crashed one and all their ships, and
Uh-huh.
it's it's a fun time. I enjoy it. It's probably my version of your love of Ninja Gaiden.
Really? So did it hold up in your mind? Like,
it
did the memory of it and you went back to it, did it hold up, or you're like, some of this is a little
No, it definitely held up.
Mhm.
I was a lot better at it this time around, probably because we've played so much Elden Ring and everything else. Um,
Oh my god, last night.
yes.
No, no, go on. It's okay.
um, we don't talk about the failure. We only talk about the success, the very minor successes.
You beat the
Um,
game. How long did it take you?
Probably 12 hours, maybe.
Okay.
Um, the second one is definitely longer. It's like a 20 or 30-hour game if you do all like the side shit. Um,
Oh yeah, so the gameplay loop. So are there deviating paths, or is this one kind of a straightforward, like you get the campaign as chapters just going forward and there's not side mission stuff? What's going on here?
so it's a little pathway, like there's deviations in the path to get extra stuff, I guess. Well,
Hmm.
I guess the unlockables are basically cosmetics or increased health or increased like force power, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
um but like they're blocked off by your progression through the story, because as you progress you get different powers that let you go to different parts of the map. So it's
Hmm.
sprawling maps, but they're locked off. So you kind of revisit them. There's like six or planets that you go through to, I think, maybe five. Um, and like it's very clear that like, oh, I can't go this way yet. I'll have to remember to come back, or the story forces you to go back that way.
Hmm.
Um, but it is pretty much just kind of like puzzles and hallways and trying to get to the next place using whatever force power you have and climbing things.
How do you feel
But
about the pro tag? How do you feel about the Ginger Jedi himself? What's his name?
Kyle, oh my god, you've now confused me because you said Kestis. I'm just gonna call him Kestis because I remember his first name better than
Mhm.
I remember his last name better than I remember his first name. Because I want to call him Kyle now for some reason, but he's not Kyle. He's
Damn it, Kyle.
But no, like the boss fights are fun. Um, Parrying is fun. Like that's basically the main mechanic. Like you can very much tell they're like, you need to learn how to parry because that's all this game is about. It's just parrying.
So you're telling me now that you've completed Jedi Fallen Order, it's time for you to get back into Night Rain and pick Executioner and parry our way to victory. Is what
Oh
you're
God,
saying.
no! It's so much. The timing in Fallen Order is so much easier than fucking the Executioner. I wouldn't dream of playing a character that you've mastered. That would just
I
make me
I
feel
wish
awkward.
it was really okay. To be fair, it was really funny last night because we were fighting the gargoyle guy, right? The giant
Yeah.
obsidian gargoyle. All right, and I was like, okay, I don't slashing damage. He doesn't bleed. He doesn't get poisoned. Nothing about my build right now is working. What if I just parry him and then do the golden slash? And the golden slash does like 600 damage to him. So we were sitting there, and I was his giant swings go everywhere. So I was in the parrying stance, walking at him slowly, and parrying hits, and then I'd go to parry, and he'd miss, and then I would see you go flying off into the distance from my POV, where I'm trying to like parry these sweeping strikes, and like he missed me because he was out of range. So I just go up and block. I'm like, oh, I missed the parry. And then I see Mishy go, "Ah!" like getting shot through the air, and I was like, oh, there he goes again. Anyways,
Yeah.
a humorous anecdote, but what was I going to ask you about this? What's his motivation? Who is this guy, Meshy? Tell me about him.
So he's basically a Padawan that survives Order 66.
How do you survive? Tell me.
Basically his because they're on the Star Destroyer version in the Clone Wars, and Order 66 happens, but he's with his master, so he goes into like the air vents, and his master goes on like a clone slaughtering spree. And basically you get to the escape pods, but can't get the door open, and then like all the clones just like funnel into the room and then gun down your master, and then you have like a spurt of rage, and you basically, you don't kill all the clones, but you use this force power that's unique to him, which is basically like slow, so they all become like frozen, and then you get in the escape pod with your master, who dies, and then you fly off, and then you find out that he sabotaged the engines of the ship, and then it explodes and kills all of those clones, and you kind of go off down to this planet where you stay. It turns into like a shipyard planet after the war, and it basically, you become like a scrapper,
I
destroying
see. So
old ships.
he joins the workforce for manual labor.
Yeah.
And okay.
Yeah. And then eventually he gets found out that he's a Jedi, and he has to get off world, and he meets up with the team, I guess I would call them, who basically give him a new mission.
The
That he
team.
Yeah.
Go
So
on.
you
Who is this team? Who's the A team? Or should I say the George Lucas team? Who
The
are
George-
these people?
I don't know. It's some alien whose species I don't know. It's like some four-arm guy.
Why does he
And
have
then
4 arms?
Yes, it is 4 arms. This is his most descriptive personality.
Is it Goro?
Imagine Goro, but a midget with a bigger head. And then some lady that used to be a Jedi Knight, and then she kind of fell out with the Force after Order 66 and her Padawan getting captured and stuff like that. So she's basically on a mission to find you because she's lost her ability to connect with the Force. And she needs
So
your
the
help.
Force abandoned her. She was just like, oh, I don't hear it anymore. I'm cooked.
She abandoned it.
Oh, she was like, this Force nonsense is bullshit. I see.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And so basically you're on a mission to like try and restore the Jedi Order by getting a list of force sensitive younglings that are throughout the galaxy that the Jedi Order have so that you can like recruit them into, building a new order. That's kind of like the basis of the game. So you have to go from planet to planet trying to find this clues that lead back to this list.
Oh, I see. So out of 10, Meshi, what would you rate Jedi? Oh my God, you almost made me go Jedi Star Wars Fall. What would you rate Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order?
Probably 8.3.
8.3. That's not bad.
Yeah. It's
Are you going to
definitely
revisit the
worth a
second game?
playthrough. Yeah. I'm definitely going to revisit the second game.
Interesting. As of right now, your current memory, did you like the second game more than the first, or did you like the first one?
I'm going to say I liked the second one more. Just because it builds upon the system that was in Fallen Order.
Mm-hmm.
And so it just kind of feels like an expansion of that rather than like a shitty try at trying to make Fallen Order again.
Okay. I'm just curious because I just went through this whole thing where I remember liking 2 more than the other Ninja Gaidens, and so far that seems to be holding up, even if some of the boss battles were a little disappointing. Or in my mind they were bigger than they were, I guess. But I did like the second one more than the first. So I'm curious to hear on your revisit if you're like, well, is this better, or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. What else did you do with your week, Meshi?
I beat Star Wars Outlaws and
It only took 4 episodes of the podcast. You beat it.
yeah, I didn't play it for like a week.
Woo!
Because I was playing Fallen Order, Jedi Star Wars. And this game is a game. It's hard to like. I was sitting on top of a cliff in the game and just like staring out at like Tatooine, Luke Skywalker style. And I was just like, this game had the potential to be something, and I'm sure someone had like a really great vision for it, and someone came along and fucked that up for them.
and they said, that's cute. Release part of the game as the whole game, and you don't get to work anymore. This has to come out now.
Yeah. Like,
Oh, that's
I think they were like, we can make a Star Wars game that has a story, and it's just kind of going along these missions or stuff like that. And then they were like, but then some asshole walked in there who signs the checks and was like, but what if you made it open world? And they were like, ooh, well, that's not. I mean, we could. It's really gonna fuck over this game, though. And they're like, no, it's the next big thing, right?
Yeah, of course. The kids love the GTA, right?
Yeah. Like, I get the idea, but I don't think the game should have been as open world as it was. Like, it's nice to explore the environments, but like, they're meaningless in the game. Like, they're just side missions. They're just kind of flavor text for you because the rewards you get from them are completely unnecessary to beat the game. Like, they're supposed to be like components or things you sell for credits and things like that for upgrading your ship or your gun that you have. But like, and I did that on the first probably 2 planets. I did a few of them. And I got enough materials to upgrade the ship enough that it could actually stand up in a fight, and like upgraded the gun enough, and so it like felt like there was no reason to do any of the side stuff. And like there's this whole system where like each syndicate is like, oh, if you do a job for them, that syndicate's trying to fuck over this syndicate, so you're gonna lose rep with that syndicate over here, but you'll gain rep for that syndicate over there. And like if you have bad enough rep, they'll just kind of send out people to try and kill you, or you'll lose
Mm-hmm.
access to their shops and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's too easy of a system to game. Like I was only hated by one syndicate out of like the 5 that are in there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's mostly because I never did shit for them. And like every choice I did screwed them over rather than anybody else. And so at a certain point I was like, I don't care. So it had no meaning either.
Hold on,
Um
hold on, hold on, hold on. Don't leave that point yet, Meshi.
okay.
Now, was this system too easy to game, or is it that you're just that politically smart at navigating syndicates within the Wars universe? Could the average Joe ascend to the heights that you did?
Yeah, easily. I didn't even have to think about it.
There wasn't even a pause. I don't even think I inhaled. Oh, that means disappointing to hear. So it's just all the
Yeah.
side stuff. There was not enough content or things to do or incentive to do the things that were out there.
Yeah, not enough meaningful stuff.
Yeah.
Like it could have been just like new guns or uh yeah, stuff for your ship. But most of the time it was just either components or other things. So it was just kind of like, eh. Like, yeah, there was like items that you could have gotten upgrades for, like a smoke grenade or something like that. But they were meaningless for the game. Like I didn't need them to progress, and I didn't need them to whatever. Like the game is very focused on, or no, the game makes it very obvious that it's like, hey, it'd be really easy if you just stealth through this. And
Mhm.
I'm like, yeah, but that takes a long time. So I just started shooting people in the face. And the moment that you play it as like you're a badass actual outlaw and you're just running around just shooting people and dodge rolling and then shooting some guy over there and then it's like switching the modes on your gun because your gun is like versatile. It has like an explosion mode or a ion bolt or stuff like that. Like it becomes far more enjoyable than what they were hoping you would do, which was like sneak through the level and knock people out. Um
I'm sorry, I just
uh
imagine that gun having a mode to be like taser shot. You shoot some alien in the balls. He says, "My space balls."
kind of like because you shoot them with it, and if it stuns them, they kind of go into like a spaz, and then you kind of run up, and then you can smack the shit out of them and knock them out. Um, so it's just like you kind of have to make your own fun. Like that's how I turned the game into fun. Was making it more of a run and gun.
Are you
Um,
telling me that this is like a Star Wars sim game and you need to like light role play in your own brain to find more
base,
enjoyment?
yeah, basically, yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. I honestly feel that if they had just canned the open world, made it focused on just mission to mission, add in some outlaw stuff for the syndicate somehow, and maybe like some actual worthwhile side missions that gave you stuff or something like that. And then like put in a lot more weapons or a lot more upgrades or something, it would have been a far better game than trying to like make an open world and put stuff in it. So, I don't know. I see the potential, but some asshole I know with a big check just said, "Yeah, but the big new thing is open world. Why not?"
Yeah, we can do that. We're Ubisoft, right?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. And at no
Mhm.
point did I feel like an outlaw.
Did you feel like a nice person who was just in the outlaw world and she didn't belong there? Like you're not so like You're too nice of a person to be living this lifestyle.
Kind of. I'm trying to think of a character that she kind of reminds me of, because she definitely is like, I'll fuck over that guy. Yeah. Um, but I can't think of like a character at the moment. But there's like environments that I really liked about it. You visit like star destroyers and like sneak around them, and like fighting the and the Empire actually feels like not scary but like tough, because they're the only enemy that will literally hunt you down anywhere that you go until you clear your wanted level. So if you like fuck with them, they're gonna start. They just send like armadas after you. So that was fun. Um, yeah, I mean, I would still, I would probably rate it maybe a 6.6 if I'm just basing it off of the stuff I was having fun with.
Well, it's your experience, Meshy. If you came out the end of Star Wars Outlaws and were like, meh, I'm gonna give it a 6, then
Yeah,
it's one of those things too where it's like, it's up to the game to entertain you. You don't need to go out of your way to somehow fix what was given to you and justify things in your own brain. Like if you end up having, just that's just really interesting here. The roller coaster of, like, what would you call it? Your newlywed eyes with Star Wars Outlaws, and now hearing this, it's man, he got the two the moons or whatever.
yeah, two sun.
Uh,
But like,
mhm.
I don't know if it's on purpose in this game. That's probably where I'll end it at. But so like the Empire has the speeder bikes, right? So
Uh-huh.
you usually get chased by those. Um, and they will fucking pull an indoor and just run into, not trees, but they'll just run into the environment. Like they'll be looking at you and you'll be looking at them and you'll be shooting at them, so they're distracting, and then you kind of turn the camera forward and you're like, oh shit, a rock, and you turn left and they're like, ah, and they just spiral out of control.
Oh, episode 6, they eat it so hard. They eat it so hard.
Yeah. It brought a lot of joy to watch them just like run into like a boulder and just explode.
Oh, well, an end of an era. How many hours did it take you to finish your playthrough?
Let's see. So I have a total playtime of 35 hours. Probably
Mhm.
30 minutes of that was spent paused, and I walked away to do other things. I didn't want to close the game. Um,
Mhm.
once I stopped doing the side stuff, it's probably like a 16-hour story, if that. Um, so yeah, it's long, but it feels like artificially long. Like this part's just made to like add time onto it rather than,
Padding, you if you will. No.
yeah.
Now I'm just curious what the next game that you're gonna play that's really gonna just be your thing for a while, you know?
Yeah, so am I. I'm waiting for it. Uh, I've been thinking about all the Star Wars games and which ones I want to go back to.
I really think you should go back to Republic. Was it Republic Commandos?
Yeah, try.
I wanna hear you revisit that game because there's that remastered version. I don't know if it came out on PC or not. I think we
I
had
don't
this
think it came
conversation
out
last
on
time.
PC because I played, because I have it. The Steam had the non-remastered version, which I bought like years and years ago,
Mhm.
and I tried to play it, and it's very much like nobody spent time to port it to PC, so it's just like a
Ooh.
lot of issues with the game and like trying to
But
fix graphical stuff.
but Star Wars nerds are like I feel like they're really dedicated. I feel like if you go to the community hub area on Steam, I bet there's some asshole who's like, here's a full texture pack, FOV, zoom out, make whatever into maybe. I don't know. Maybe they're lazy.
Yeah, well, I'll see. I'll do some research.
Yeah, report back. I think that does it for the video games that we played this week. Besides Elden Ring, Elden Ring Night Rain. I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
will say something though, Meshi.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's not you. It's me. I now realize, going forward when we play Night Rain,
Uh-huh.
that I used you as a crutch. You were an
Okay.
excuse that I would go after and try to pick off the ground. Because if I died getting you up, or if I died after getting you up, it could still be your fault. And I was using you as an excuse. So going forward, once you fall on your face, I will sit there and I will parry the boss until I get my ult up. And then I will pop it, and then I'll hit you with that to get you back up. And that way, if I screw up a single parry, it's all of my fault, and none of the blame will be on you.
I
I
appreciate
used you
it.
as an excuse. I am so sorry. I never should have put that pressure on you.
It's like the most passive aggressive apology I've ever had. Like I'm waiting to get slapped still.
No, you'll just have to wait till next week. You'll just be like, is it coming?
Oh my god, why did I fall down?
All right, well, we'll get into the movies that we watched. You weren't here for this one, Meshi. We watched a film called Dino Croc. It was about... okay, this was like a garbage movie.
Right.
They were like splicing... I think... No, what did they do? They found some dinosaur version of a croc or something, or like a... I forget. I don't know. It escaped, essentially. It started eating everybody. And people ate it super hard. And it was fun. I thought this movie was going to be complete garbage. Presentation-wise, a little bit. But they really were some heartfelt moments. Like, you see this kid here?
Yeah.
He's going to eat it super hard. They had this emotional turmoil moment with the person who's essentially like his guardian, like going through it and having like an emotional arc about it. Like they went places with this silly movie about a dinosaur crocodile. I was impressed. I was in the mood for some hot garbage, and what I got was a fun movie. I think I almost... No. I was going to say I liked it more than Deep Blue Sea, but no. It wasn't that good. It was like the made-for-TV version of Deep Blue Sea a little bit.
Okay. I get what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, it was... I was pleasantly surprised by this silly movie.
Like, was it so terrible it was good, or was it just like you knew it was a bad movie, so you kind of... that's where your level was?
No, it wasn't like like, oh my god, this stinker of a movie. Like it was actually pretty well performed. Like the actors were kind of doing their thing. They worked with the CG that they had. Some characters had some good like motivation, and like just they were real people. They weren't just like slasher villains or whatever. Or not slasher victims. It was they just went for it. It was I don't know. I was impressed. I'm not impressed by anything. It was just a fun movie, and now there's a franchise that it's gonna be Dino Croc, and he's gonna fight what's his name, Super Gator or something. I don't know. There's a whole nother silly franchise I'm gonna have to dive into because I need to find out. I need to know now.
Interesting.
Because Dino Croc's going to face off against some other thing. We'll report back next week. I just had fun.
I wonder if this is a movie during that, like, when sci-fi kind of just made a fuck ton of like movies for their channel, and like half of them were garbage, but then like the other half were like, wow, someone actually surprisingly tried it. This is like a decent made for TV movie.
Yeah, I don't know. And I think I was just impressed that they killed the kid off the way they did. Like, the kid never gets touched, or they kill him off screen, you know? No,
Yeah.
this was full on. Like, no, everything like at the neck down is gone, boy. Like, he's cooked. Man, you know what I didn't have fun with?
What's that?
Watching Paranormal Activity. This movie fucking stunk, man. Yeah. I can't even say that it's bad. It's just nothing. It's kind of like if you show up to dinner and you're like, okay, I'm going to judge the food, and they come out with the plate and there's nothing on it. Like, how do you judge that? Because there wasn't anything there. And, like, I get it. Like, I know this was, like, a small budget thing that ended up getting picked up. I think what really soured this movie was it got into the zeitgeist or something at the time. Everybody was talking about this film, right? Everyone and their mother, you know?
Man.
And it was just like, what, the Blair Witch Project for, like, another generation, right?
Yeah, that's a good description for it. This generation's Blair Witch Project. I
It's just
remember all
like,
these stupid commercials for this movie where it showed like the audience facial reactions too.
but people bought into it, hook, line, and sinker. They were there, and they were like, no, you had to be in the theater. Look, oh my God. Oh. If anything, it just assaulted my ears with like every one. We watched the first two of these, mind you. And there's a moment where the audio would peak through the roof with a loud crash, and it's supposed to be the it just hurt my ears, Beshi. Oh, and that guy's ass flying at the screen. Okay, that's the big climax. Sorry if you've never seen Paranormal Activity. I saved you a lot of time. You wait an hour and a half for this asshole's ass to shoot at you as his possessed wife throws him at you, and you get to see this guy's fucking boxers just hurling at your face. I ended the movie with a giant laugh because that's so goofy looking, you know?
Yeah.
What a terrible. Okay, okay. Hold on.
Okay.
First movie, complete garbage. Garbage. Second movie come in. They put some budget behind it. Didn't really help. But, hear me out though. Second movie, the dad is the atypical dad who just refuses to listen to anybody else, and it's kind of like endearing in its own way. Where he's just like, well, sweetie, how did the pool cleaner get out of the pool? And he's like, I don't know, the wind. Why are you questioning things? And like, Dad, the door shut behind me. He's like, wind draft. And it's like, the window. Dad, I was locked out of the house. How did wind blow in the house if the windows were closed? The windows. Like, having this oblivious dad just dismiss everything was funny in its own way.
Yeah.
It went on for way too long.
Your anything but therapy moment.
Yeah, I got to have that moment again in Paranormal Activity. And I just love the idea that, so we get into this. The first movie, this girl is moving in with her boyfriend, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, they just moving in together. And then it comes to light. They're like, well, babe, why didn't you ever tell me that as a child you experienced weird stuff with your sister, and you're always blah, blah, blah. You don't really remember anything. And, you know, and Then it ends up she gets possessed and throws his ass at the camera at the end of the first movie.
Yeah.
And the second movie takes place with the sister. And it takes place before the first Paranormal Activity. And I just love the idea that they're dealing with this possessed sister. And they're like, okay, well, we can pass the demon off to the other one. So they do it. And they perform the silly ritual and burn a photo. And they're like, oh, okay, the demon is going to go over to the sister, or to go over to the lady from the first film, and not our problem. Within like a week or something, she's already back at, the house, and she like kills the dad and stabs his neck instantly. And, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to watch any more of these.
No, I wouldn't recommend it at
How
all.
far have you gone?
I think I've watched 4 of them.
God, who hurt you?
I don't know. It was one of those things where I just kind of had it on the side. And I think, like, when I got to 2, I was like, this is really fucking stupid. Like, why do people like these movies? And then I got to 3 and I was like, this is more of the fucking same. And then I got to 4, and I think at 4 is when I turned it off halfway through. I don't remember anything about it.
I can't do it.
Yeah, because I was like, this is me waiting for 2. If I wasn't doing something else while this movie was going on, I'd be waiting for like 2 hours for something to happen. I think some kid stacked some chairs, and I was like, the moment, and they fall down.
The moment, here it is. Sorry, Justin. It's called Super Gator. That's the other CG monster movie that's gonna cross over with the Dino Croc universe. I'd much rather watch whatever this is.
At least something's happening.
Yeah. Man. See, that guy ate it super hard. This movie's gonna be rad. Yeah, we're gonna finish out this franchise, and we're gonna report back on everything that has to do with Dino Croc and Super Gator and their ultimate showdown. By the way, free on YouTube. You people can just pull it up, watch the film, and you can let me know what you think. I think Dino Croc was a great movie. This one looks rad. This lady's eating it super hard. It's gonna be part gator, part super. No, part dinosaur. Looks like the same CGI model.
I knew it was gonna end with all something.
People are afraid to have fun nowadays, I feel. Oh, this movie's gonna be rad. Tell me this isn't cool.
Okay, we exploded.
Super Gator. Awesome. Okay. I've sucked the wind out of the room enough. You have some reporting to do, Meshi.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Why did you go to the... Well, actually, first off, you went to the theater, right?
Yeah.
What'd you get? Did you get any the concession stand?
I got the typical, stereotypical movie soda and popcorn.
Soda and popcorn? That's it?
Yeah. That's all I do. I don't try and get nachos. I'm not that asshole, and I'm not the one shaking a box of candy around.
But are you not that asshole who just takes like the M&Ms and then like shakes them into the popcorn?
No, I mean I get it, but no, I'm not.
So you were just what was it? Wait, hold on. Was it a Dr. Pepper?
They don't have Dr. Pepper at that theater,
so
I went with a crisp Mountain Dew.
Like regular corn syrup Mountain Dew?
Yeah, regular.
No Baja Blast, just straight Mountain Dew.
There's straight Mountain Dew. They don't have Baja Blast.
I mean, I guess fair enough.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Did you ask?
Yeah.
Did it have it in the back?
That theater used to have Pib, and then they switched soda providers, and
Mr. Pibb or Pibb Extra?
Pib Extra.
Do you remember the Mountain Dew? Hold on, sorry, side tangent. Do you remember the Mountain Dew cans with the cane sugar? This is the old timey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with the little guy on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I just wanted to see him again.
Mountain Dew throwback.
Yeah, look at these things. Look, it's like Mountain Dew throwback, maybe with real sugar. Yahoo, Mountain Dew. It's fun. Anyways, so you went to the theater and you got a Mountain Dew and a popcorn, and what'd you watch?
I watched the new Superman.
All right, so you watched Superman. How long of a film was it?
It's about 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. So I meant to read Superman All-Star. And
All-Star Superman.
All-Star Superman. Sorry. I knew I
Quit
was
saying
gonna get it
everything
wrong.
backwards.
I kept saying everything backwards. And
You've been playing too much Star Wars.
I have been playing too much Fallen Order, Jedi, Star Wars.
Fallen Order,
Fallen
Star
Order,
Wars.
have you?
Superman All-Star, you've read. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll stop interrupting. You watched Superman. Tell me about it.
Yeah. And I wanted to read. I just kind of forgot before I went. Because I wanted to read it so I could have something to like compare it to. But maybe it's better that I didn't. So okay. Where do I start? I don't hate this movie. I don't. I have problems with the movie. It's
Oh, come on, Meshy.
yeah,
You've never had problems with anything. Go on.
I know, right? Like him as Superman, I think he does a good job playing a Superman that's like the naive, everyone has good in them,
Yeah.
country boy Superman, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think that Lex Luthor does a good job at being Lex Luthor. Like I'm not convinced. Like he's probably one of the better Lex Luthors that there's been in live action. It took me a minute to like Mr. Terrific. But then like once I got like, okay, this is what they're going for, I'm like, okay, I'm on board with Mr. Terrific. He was one of my favorite characters. And I love fucking Guy Gardner. He did a good job at Guy Gardner, and I think they kind of nailed kind of just overall Guy Gardner's attitude. In that movie, I think they did good with that. They don't feel that, like, you know how in like previous DC movies they're like, we just shove everyone in because we want to introduce those characters, right?
Yeah.
It didn't feel like that in this movie. Like, obviously they're there to introduce them as a whole, but it didn't feel like that was the only reason they were in there. It felt like they were actually part of the movie rather than being just put in there because we need to put them in there.
Yeah.
I have a question for you because I've never read anything with Hot Girl in it. I've only ever watched like the cartoon series with Hot Girl, right?
Same here.
Okay, so you don't know. Okay.
Nope.
So, because in it, she, and it's not that it sounds bad. I just wasn't expecting it because I'm only used to the cartoon Hot Girl, but she basically has a hawk screech. Like every time she attacks, not every time she attacks, but basically like when she's like flying super fast and is about to hit something, she'd basically do a screech like a hawk. Like it didn't sound bad. It was just kind of like, is this part of her character? Because I'm not. Yeah, I'm like, I need to ask Scum about this. I don't know.
I am completely unaware of that because I know there was a I think Jeff Johns did a run on the character. Yeah, he did. And it looks like they're re-releasing the omnibus for Hawkman. And I just assumed they could fly around, they wore the masks, and they had maces, and they beat the shit out of people in space. Yeah, this whole interesting. Yeah, that
Well,
that would have caught me off guard had I heard caca and then gone from there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to sidetrack you. You may go
no, no,
on.
you're fine. Um, so to answer Justin's question, I think it's a good movie. I don't think it's a great movie. I think it's I think it's worth a watch. I don't think you'll regret watching it,
Mhm.
but I can't say it's like one of the better superhero movies that I've seen. Um,
Uh-huh.
it starts out really slow, like where it's trying to establish its idea, and it's just kind of like, what's going on?
Mhm.
And then it picks up, and you're like, okay, I can see where they're going with it now. Da 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 da. And then it goes through the whole motions of stuff, and there's a lot of things that happen in the movie. I don't know how spoiler heavy I'm supposed to get.
Meshy, let it off. If you don't want spoilers, leave. I don't
Okay.
care. I hate Superman. I am the embodiment of Lex Luthor and All-Star Superman. I wish Meshy had read it so he'd understand that reference. Um,
Well, he this Lex Luthor hates Superman with a passion.
hate.
Um, it like basically you've watched the Justice League cartoon, right?
Yeah, phenomenal. Great.
Yeah.
Love it.
In that there's a line where Lex Luthor is like beating the shit out of somebody. I forget what it is. And he tells him, he's like, I spent $50 million on a presidential campaign just to piss off Superman. And there's basically one of those moments in this movie.
Love it.
And I was like, okay, yeah. um there's
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to sidetrack you again. It's just funny that they had to edit this out in post when he got hit with the can and closed his eyes. And then everyone made fun of Superman by flinching at a can, and then they had to CGI his eyes open. Anyways, continue on.
um and um you would Mr. Terrific, right?
Mhm.
Sorry, I'm getting off of a side tangent because it's a funny bit. He's
Mhm.
basically floating around in a chair, right? A high tech
Yeah.
chair or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, and basically, instead of getting out of the chair, he it's not a suit basically, but it's attached to his arms and his legs.
Mhm.
And so he walks around with that and he just looks ridiculous. But at the same time, I'm like, that is definitely something this asshole would think it looks cool. Because he just goes from a chair to a standing position. He's walking with this suit that looks like it's such a fucking hindrance. I was like,
Yeah.
this is silly.
Mhm.
But luckily he's not in it the whole movie. It was just really funny. Um yeah, I'd probably give it like maybe a 7.3.
Interesting. That is quite low. So what were your problems? Was it too busy once it got going? Was there too much stuff hitting the
No, it
fan?
wasn't like the
Or
movie wasn't busy. Like it was like I
that's what
know
scared me because it had the dude like with like the amalgamation of the different powers all whatever who's in the jail cell. You know who I'm talking about,
yeah.
right? It had
Yeah,
that
yeah,
guy
yeah.
in it. It had Hawk Girl, it had Mr. Terrific, it had Guy Gardner, it had Superman, it had Crypto, it had Lex Luthor, it had who are Lex Luthor's goons with the black armor?
So Ultraman and they called her like the engineer. She was basically made out of nanobots, nano machines.
Son.
Uh,
Okay.
and and this is the big spoiler because I was
Okay.
like, because Superman gets his ass handed to him in the movie at the beginning, like by this guy who's Ultraman. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Like, are they just like, and it's showing like Lex Luthor has basically been studying Superman for like 5 years, and so he knows all of his moves. So he's basically detailed them
Mhm.
in like maneuvers to outmaneuver Superman, and he's instructing Ultraman how to do it. He's giving him like numbers. He's like A7, and then like that's like a punch or something like that. It's all these different things, and he has all
Mhm.
these things memorized in his head, and he's just shouting these orders to this guy, and he's beating the shit out of Superman. So basically, Superman can't land a punch. But at the same
Mhm.
time, I'm like, but it's Superman. Who the fuck is this guy?
Mhm.
And it didn't even occur to me until they ripped the mask off of him at the end of the movie, like a fucking course. Like it's basically it's cloned Superman, who
Okay.
he's basically Bizarro. He has no brain. Like
Mhm.
like Lex Luthor's like, yeah, we tried to clone you. We could clone your brawn, but he might be stupider than you, and he's just got no thought process in his head. He can't do anything without Lex Luthor telling him what to do, basically. And I was like, okay, after 2 hours, or not 2 hours, after like an hour and a half, it finally makes sense why this guy could kick Superman's ass. It's because it's Superman being
Mhm.
led by Lex Luthor on how to kick his ass.
Because Lex
So
is that
so
smart, baby.
yeah, so there's a lot of scenes that are like, why the fuck is he making these decisions? Why the fuck is this going on? And then it's like slowly, periodically explained in the movie at points, and I'm like, okay, that makes a lot more sense now. But it takes a while to get there, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why is this happening? Um, and then there's like there's several like dumb scenes that if you saw it, you'd be like, why the fuck did like I question why this worked.
Well, tell me about it.
Because basically like the nano girl.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the final confrontation. They're fighting.
Mhm.
Ultraman's fighting Superman. They basically beat the shit out of him, and then Nano Girl basically swarms Superman and starts filling his lung with nanobots. And Lex
Mhm.
Luthor's like, yeah, so if he blah 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 doesn't have any oxygen in his lungs, he's basically gonna die.
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Whatever. Um, and Superman's basically like choking to death. He's constantly getting his lungs filled. He's constantly having his face covered.
Meshy.
Yes.
Does he hit her with the judo sneeze?
No, 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 no.
Okay, go on. Sorry, I didn't want to reference the judo sneeze.
And so, like, I'm like, how
Uh-huh.
the hell is he gonna get out of this? Because like he can't pull them out
Mhm.
because they're just like they're just
Yeah.
replicating themselves too fast.
Yeah.
And so he basically shoots off into the sky. And they're like, what the fuck is he doing? He's like, Lex Luthor's like, I don't know, follow him. So Ultraman and the engineer are following him, flying up with him, and he's basically flying up to space, and they like latch onto his body, and they're just punching the shit out of his face, and
Mhm.
he's just ignoring them completely. He's just dead focused on flying up into space. I'm like, okay, is he gonna like freeze him out, or what's the game plan here? Why is he flying up into space?
Yeah.
And eventually he reaches the space, and I think they punch him in the head really hard again or something like that, and basically he starts tumbling. And at this point, he's full body covered in nanites
Okay.
by this lady, and she's latched onto his body because that's the only way she could keep up.
Mhm.
And so like eventually like Lexi's like free falling, and Lex is like, oh shit. Like he basically has his oh shit moment, and he tells the engineer, he's like, you need to detach now. He's the only one that has protection because she's basically put a giant bubble of nanites around him. And he hits the ground super fucking hard with her attached to him. And it basically like knocks her the fuck out. And then he's able to pull the nanites out of his lungs. Um And I'm like, that's what his plan was. Like it's like a Superman based plan. Like he's not smart enough to come up with an actual plan. So he's like, maybe this will work.
I'm
So
gonna hit the ground really hard.
yeah. So I don't really know what the actual intention of his plan was, or if it was completely accidental, or maybe like maybe like he had like a moment where he's like, if I get to space, they'll freeze. That was my thought. Was like, if he
Yeah.
gets to space, they'll freeze, and then he'll be able to like get him out. And
Yeah.
I think, you know, that's what they were going for, or that's what he in the movie was going for, and then it just happened to be like, nope, like they fucked me over, and then he fucked them over by accident. Um, but you know, that might be, you know, trying to give credit where credit is. You know, it's hard to tell with movies unless they like point blank go, "This is what I tried to do."
Yeah.
Um, and like Lex Luthor basically has a plan because he captures Superman, turns himself in. Oh, okay. This is what I actually had a problem with this movie, where I was very confused.
Excellent.
The movie starts out with Superman, not starts out, but basically kind of starts out. He goes home after getting his ass kicked, and the robots are helping him. And they're like, "Oh, would you like to hear the message from your parents?" Because that's the running joke. It's like, "Oh, that helps him that soothes him." And the robots are like, "Yes, that soothes you." He's like, "Yeah, sure." He likes to listen to the message, and it's from the Krypton people. Um, and it plays this message, and it's not in English, it's in Kryptonian, and they explain like, oh yeah, you only get to hear one half of the message because the other half was damaged when he crash landed on Earth, so he's never heard the full message. But it's basically like, you know, we're sending you to Earth, you know, you'll protect it, you'll be its guardian, da da da, you know, the typical Superman thing, right? um and that's what he's lived his life by, like protecting people and being like the strong guy and doing good or whatever. And so Lex is trying to get everyone to turn on Superman, and he can't convince the government because they're like, no, he's a good guy, you know, you can't do that, you know, that would be a bigger issue if we're wrong and he's actually good, and we just go and, you know, try and kill him. Lex is like, fine, I'll find evidence. So he breaks into his Fortress of Solitude, and they basically repair the message fully, and they get the full message. And then Lex goes around and has all these in the background, you don't actually see it, has all these linguists and computer programmers and blah 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 translate it so that it's 100% accurate. And basically the full message is, and I'm paraphrasing, it's the people of Earth are weak, go there, rule over them, kill whoever tries to stop you. It's basically what the full message is. And so Lex broadcasts that, and everyone turns on Superman instantly. That's why they're throwing cans at him, because they thought he was a good guy. And then they get this full message from his parents, which is like, hey, you're supposed to go and conquer Earth. And I was like, okay, I get that. I thought the way that they were going to turn that around was that Superman was going to get the actual translation, like that it was going to be like something along the lines of like, no, you translated this wrong, it's actually, I'm supposed to be here to protect you fully, blah 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 blah. And that was what they were going to use to basically fix the situation. It was not. It was basically like, yeah, your parents sent you here to kill us, and then Ma and Pa basically tell him like, well, you're not who your parents are, you know, we only give you tools, you're who makes who you are, you know. They give him the whole speech, and he feels better about it, and he's like, yeah, you're right, I'm a good guy, that's what I believe I am. And I was like, okay, well, I still think they're probably going, because like I've never known his actual birth parents to be classified as like evil, right? As far as I'm aware, they've never been classified as like actually evil and sending him here to kill him. And then he fucking no, he just, that's the actual message. And they never rectify it. I was like, oh no, that's I don't know how I feel about that. because I've never
Hmm.
known them to be like classified as evil before. So it's like
Yeah.
really weird.
It was just a weird change that I wonder if that was something that they decided to do, because I'm the same with you. Like every iteration I've known them was at least Clark, Superman's dad knew that the planet was going to explode, but the council always was just like ignoring him and whatnot. So his last ditch effort was just to save his son, to shoot him off Krypton as it explodes, right?
Yeah.
And get him to safety. And I guess I wonder if that was something that they did to, try to pull one over on you. And Meshi, it doesn't sound like you were having it at all.
I don't hate the idea because it kind of, I feel like it was supposed to like solidify that like the people that he found on Earth, like his parent, like those parents were like who he should be idolizing, which he kind of does at the end of the movie because he switches the message from his parents to his adopted parents, and he like plays videos of them in the Hall of Solitude instead. It was just kind of a weird change, and I don't hate it, but I'm also kind of like about it. But yes, Justin, Lex Luthor. It's revealed that Lex Luthor is basically orchestrating all of this Superman hate behind the scenes, right? Like he's trying to get the world to hate Superman. It makes sense. He has he's basically super engineered monkeys to 24/7 write social media posts about Superman being a shitty person. Like hashtag super shit. And like it was so, I was like, oh my god, that is so amazing. Like there's like thousands of these monkeys strapped to these computers with cords in their brains just typing out hateful social media posts about Superman. And it's like yeah, that's great. I love that.
Oh, so you're saying probably the best part of this movie Lex and the guy who plays him?
Yeah, the best part of this movie is definitely Lex and his just pure hatred and disdain for Superman.
For everything that Superman is, yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he fully explains that, and I really like his speech that he gives while he's having Ultraman beat the shit out of Superman in the final fight. But the other problem I have with it, and I'm trying to figure out if Lex just... You're right, it is the Fortress of Solitude. I said the Hall of Solitude. I realized that as I was saying it, but I wasn't going to correct myself. Thank you for pointing that out, Justin.
Get back to your complaints about something.
So basically, the entire plan to fuck over Lex's plan all comes together because Lex has like a history of like really dumb girlfriends in this movie. Like basically you see some of them in the jail they put Superman in. Like one like I forget, like made fun of his suit or something one day, and so he threw her in jail. Like he's just like spiteful about the girlfriends that he has.
Okay.
So he has one in the movie, which you kind of see in the trailer, who's taking selfies. She's basically stereotypical dumb blonde
Airhead
lady in every movie. And all she does during the movie is take photos of herself, selfies and whatnot, in the background of like Lex's stuff. And I'm kind of sitting there and while I'm watching the movie, it's like, why the fuck? Who is this lady? And then I find out it's Lex's girlfriend. And I'm like, why? Why is she just taking selfies all the time? Like Lex pays no attention to her, basically. She's just in the background. Like I'm just thinking, like, okay, is she just like a trophy person, trophy wife kind of thing? Or is like Lex like, I'm so smart, I need a human version of a dog to like beat the shit out of, kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
And so like the joke is that she used to date, well, not the joke, but the story is she used to date Jimmy Olsen. And like everyone's
Jimmy.
like, Jimmy, what the fuck? Like, how'd you get this hot lady? And he's like, what do you mean by hot? Um, because she's like like I get why he says, what do you mean hot? Because she's like super clingy and really crazy, and apparently in his phone listed as mutant toes, and she's like, you said my toes look like some like crazy thing, I forget what it was, and he was like, well, in some way, yeah. And so she basically, it's like Lois is trying to help out Superman. She's like trying to find all these links to this story, and Jimmy's listening to her, and then she walks away, and he looks up on his phone, this girl, and he texts her, and then they meet, and you find out it's Lex's dumb girlfriend, and he's like, I need your help, and she's like, oh, we could get back together, or whatever, and he's like, yeah, we totally could, like, he's like really like, I don't really want to, but basically, story goes on. She sends all these pictures to Jimmy right before she gets captured, right?
Okay.
And found out, and he gets all of these selfie, and he goes up to Lois. He's like, "This is what I have for you," and she's like scrolling through these texts, is like, "Jimmy, who the fuck is this?" He's like, "Well, it used to be my girlfriend." He's like, "How did you get such a hot woman?" That's when the joke comes out, and he's like, I don't know about that. And she's like, well, how is this helpful? Because it's just selfies of her and like all these situations. And then they're like, wait. And they start looking in the backgrounds of these selfies, and basically it's basically damning Lex Luthor. Like, she's in the background of all these selfies are like his plans on the wall, the fact that he's controlling Ultraman. Like, it's basically like the only way that Lex Luthor's plan gets revealed is because he has a dumb lady that he lets sit in the background take photos of herself. And I'm like, I'm trying to figure out if that's something Lex would like. Is she so dumb to him because he's a 10th higher than a 10th level intellect in his own mind, that he's just like, whatever, she's a fucking idiot. Like, he just ignores her. Like, she's not even worth his thought. She's just there to be a face. Like, that's the only reasoning I can think of that he would let her take photos in these situations at any given moment, is because he would not give her the time of day. She's just to be a face.
You know what, Meshi? You know how I can tell this really bothered you?
How?
Because of the sheer leaps in logic that you're going to try to understand why this would even be a thing, when it just kind of sounds like a dumb modern way of just being like, oh, let's point at the crowd and everybody giggle at selfies and stuff and a background image being damning. And that's super funny because Lex Luthor would literally never allow this to be happening, right?
Yeah.
It almost seems like they just wanted to be funny and just in typical James Gunn fashion to be like, isn't that hilarious? He damned himself because of his dumb girlfriend taking photos, and it's kind of like, I would have a problem with that too, honestly. Me and you would probably be sitting there sharing the popcorn because I wouldn't buy it. I'd steal your popcorn. But two straws.
Two straws. Yeah. But basically, like, she's the reason. She's the reason I can't give this. Like, I wanted to give it a B minus. I really did, but like, she's the reason I can't. Because it's just such an enigma in the film. Like, everything else, I can be like, yes, I'm on board with. But like, her being the linchpin that fucks over Lex Luthor, is just so like, then I'm like, but if she wasn't in it, if they found some other way to do it, I probably would give it a B minus, maybe even a solid B. but she really drags it down for me.
That being the thing to be, out Lex Luthor is kind of like, yeah, it's just. I can see that. So you're gonna put it like a C or something? It's kind of 7.
Yeah, I give it probably it's. If I'm being fair, it's probably a 7.5, maybe a 7.6. If I'm really like being petty, it's a 7.3. Is it a bad Superman movie? No. There's problems with it. But it's worth a watch. I liked Lex Luthor. I liked his motivations. The story was okay. I'm mostly there for Lex Luthor and Mr. Terrific. I liked me some Mr. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific.
Oh, and
So
Guy Gardner. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I
So you're
think
telling
I
me.
like the actor that plays Guy Gardner. So
Oh yeah, that's what's his face. Guy from Firefly. What's his name?
I don't know his name. Just like
Oh, it's bothering me. Stall for time, Meshi.
yeah. Let me see here.
No, I'm telling you to stall for time. It's Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion. Oh my gosh.
Thanks for repeating after me.
Sorry, it's just like I used to make a joke because like Star Wars is like and I used to like in my mind go Nathan Fillion. So I think I would have remembered that, but
Meshi, you should have kept that in your mind.
no, this is about me speaking my mind. It's my side of the podcast right now.
It really has been. No, I'm glad to see Meshi. I'm glad to hear your honest take on something because everything you've ever said has been so milk toast, so or oh, what do the VTubers say? The say so VTubers are like, well, I'm not really opinionated or making a stance on anything. You've been shitting on things left and right. It's been great. Star Wars Outlaws, bam. Superman, mid, bam. Like I love it. I'm here for it.
Glad I could help.
Yeah.
But is it better than The Flash? Yes. It is better than The Flash.
I don't think that's very hard, is it?
No, not really. I could understand. Oh man. Putting that actor guy aside for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
and how crazy he got real fucking quick. I could understand what they were trying to do with The Flash. I just don't. I'd have to watch it again to find out where like I really kind of went like, with it.
Yeah, I don't like Barry them because that version that's Barry Allen, right?
Yeah, I believe that's Barry
It's
Allen.
not Wally West. It's Barry Allen. I don't like him being the weird, like socially inept kind of like whatever they start like. That portrayal of him you even see early on something else. But I have not seen The Flash. I kind of wanted to for one scene specifically, but I kind of gave up on superhero movies around like phase 3 of Marvel happening. But I digress. Do you have any final thoughts on Superman, or have you said your piece?
I think I've said my piece.
I'm really surprised, Beshi. I'm genuinely, you can't. I thought you were just gonna come in here, have a softball under pitch, just kind of like, pretty good. What else we do, Scum?
I'm gonna be honest.
Huh?
No. I was gonna say if it wasn't for that woman, I probably would have done that, but no, that's giving her too much credit. I think it was her, and then kind of the general story they were kind of going with. I probably would have still done it, even if she wasn't in there. But yeah,
that was just the cherry on top of the mid muffin, as you say.
Yeah. But I think I think the next Superman movie they'll have it figured out. I think the next one will be better. than this one.
Interesting. Nah.
I don't know, because the guy who played Morpheus has his own island cult. I think they're all kind of
Jared Leto. Let's go. You mean no? You mean John Tron because he's in the new Tron movie?
Oh yeah, he's in the new John Tron movie.
No, he's not John Tron. He's in the new Tron movie, so his name is John
right.
Tron.
Yes.
Fallen Order, the Jedi Star Wars you played. Jesus. Okay. You watched another movie.
I did watch another movie.
What was it?
John Wick, Ballerina. I thought this was going to be
You did it backwards again, Meshi. It's Ballerina, a tale from the John Wick universe.
The John Wick universe, the cinematic universe.
Yeah.
I expected this movie to be like, this is the new John Wick lady, like inheriting the mantle of John Wick. Very pleasantly surprised that was not what this movie was.
Thank God, because I kind of thought that's what it was going to be. And because if I'm being honest, what I wanted from this film, to steal your limelight again, hey, don't kick him in the tenders. Come on now. Was just a tale of someone in this universe, because it's super cool. Every time I watch, because I've only seen the first 3, seeing everybody operate outside of John Wick, like the ladies in the call center and just everything going on around John, is like interesting as far as that world goes. And I wanted to see more of just kind of the happenings, kind of almost seeing like a Clone Troopers type situation, where like I kind of just wanted more of Star Wars without the Jedis, you know?
Yeah, I get it.
So go on.
So yes, it was very much a kind of a standalone, well, not really standalone, but basically just an offshoot of her story and her tale. And she just happens to be part of the Russian group that John Wick was in.
Yeah.
And she kind of goes through her own revenge story with these people. And she gets like, so John Wick is in the movie. It takes place between 3 and 4 of John Wick. I don't remember exactly what happens in between, like in 3 and 4, because it's been a while since I've seen the movies, but they do take place between 3 and 4. So John Wick is in the movie, and he actually plays a role in it, mostly towards the end of the movie, where he basically is sent to kill her, and him going through his own shit is like, I'm giving you a chance to do what you need to do, but I'm only giving you like 15 minutes to do it, and if you fail, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And so I really liked that cameo in that movie, because he goes through his own murder spree for part of it. Like, he has like a 5 or 6 minute I'm John Wick moment, and it very clearly shows why he's John Wick. Like, you've been watching her do all of her stuff during the movie, and so you have like a taste for someone that isn't John Wick trying to do what John Wick does. And you're like, okay, so you're very used to seeing her, and then you get to see John Wick do John Wick, and you're like, oh, she's awful at this.
Yeah, in comparison, it's just like, oh, that's why he's him.
Yeah, like he's super efficient at his takedowns and killing people and like switching weapons and grabbing things, and like you're like, holy crap, like there's a reason why he's John Wick. Yeah, it's very clear the skill difference. Like, she's getting thrown around and stabbed and shot and punched in the face and thrown against a wall. Like, I don't know who this actress is, but she takes a punch really well. Like, it feels like she's actually getting kicked in like the forehead. Like, she does a very good job at taking a punch. Like, there's like at the beginning, some Japanese guy does like a spinning kick into her temple, and she slams into an ice wall and like skids down it. So it's really great. It's a fun, dumb action movie. There's a point where they kind of jump the shark in it. Um, because in action movies, when there's like a series, they're always like, how do we keep topping what we did action wise in the previous movie? It's very obvious,
Yeah.
right?
Uh,
More knife throws, more stabbings, more, what improvised weapon are we using? Um, and part of me is like, I'm very impressed with like the shots that they did during the jump the shark moment, but at the same time, I'm like, oh my god, they're getting kind of ridiculous now. Um, and it's that they have a full on flamethrower fight.
okay. We saw a little glimpse of that.
Yeah. So she has a flamethrower. The bad guy she's fighting has a flamethrower. They're just like ducking behind cover, shooting fire at each other. She's murdering people off to the side. He has no one else to shoot at other than her, so he's like, he has no one to murder. And then they she runs at him and he's like, oh shit, and they like lock flamethrowers and they're both firing it and spinning and it's shooting up into the air, and like it looks really cool, but at the same time it's really
Like
dumb that they're having
the
like a full-on flamethrower
like,
fight.
yeah, at a certain point, I could kind of see that being like, how close are they to the fire, the heat, and
Yeah. But at the same time it's like it's really fun to watch like 15 people just get lit on fire for some reason. You're just like, man, that's worse than getting just shot in the face. Like you're literally
Oh,
just
1000%.
cooking.
Oh, once upon a time in Hollywood.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Because at one point, like this guy is like burnt on the ground and he's like crawling away, but he's already dead. She just like blasts him two more times. It's like that seemed unreasonable. But at the same time, these are like the people that kill their family, so she's like really pissed at him. So I get it.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
So you'd recommend?
it's worth a watch. The John Wick series does action and combat so well that even if the story is god awful, like it's worth watching just to kind of see all of the stunts.
Yeah. It's literally the antithesis of what I feel action should be and what it's progressed to. I feel as though everything that came before John Wick was just kind of like leading up to like, okay, how do we boil down action films to their base form on what it should be and take from all aspects, right?
Yeah.
And they're just enjoyable, like, because I even talked about those first ones where I was kind of annoyed at the fanboying and how it stopped kind of taking itself seriously, but the choreography and everything is just always just so enjoyable. And this, from what you're telling me now, gives me a lot of what do I say, not relief. I was worried that it was going to be the whole just like passing of the torch thing on to some lady, and then it was just kind of like peter out into nothing, like Keanu was done or something. But I'm glad to hear that it's actually like just kind of like an in-between film, and that John's still John, and this is kind of just her tale for this film.
Yeah. Plus, there's like, it's not a Deadpool moment, but you remember in Deadpool where he's just like pulling out all those knives and like giving them names.
Yeah.
It's like tiny knife, and like
Mm-hmm.
it,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of it's not an homage to that. It just made me think of the moment where like this is something Deadpool will do, because she ties like a butcher's knife to the bottom of a gun, like a handgun, and so she's basically stabbing people and like twisting the knife and shooting other people with it. And I'm just thinking like gun knife, and they're like stabbing someone in the heart. Enjoyable.
Well, I think we should move on to our next film, Meshi. Something we sat down in the Discord theater and watched. together.
Ah, yes.
We watched. So after our Conjuring universe binging, which we went over last podcast, Meshi had the brilliant idea to watch Insidious.
Yeah.
I,
Sorry, go ahead.
I haven't seen this film since it was in theaters. I remember liking it up until a point, and then it kind of went too heavy-handed and kind of lost me. And I was like, "Oh, a PG-13 horror movie was like almost good, kind of." On the revisit, it was close, but what was it? Was it like those early 2010s where it was just like, let's do the giant loud noise kind of thing? And it almost felt like focus group tested, where they were like, well, we don't want people to have to imagine what something might look like, so we need everybody to be able to see exactly what's going on at a certain point in a movie that's about the paranormal and the unseeable, right?
Yeah.
And it really felt like, because that shot, like behind the head, it was really good. That should have been as much as we saw of him, right?
Yeah. But as much as we saw of him.
But every single ghost that they showed, they had to show the face, and then you're like, don't show me the face. Let me imagine what this thing could look like, because that's the whole point of the movie, was these moments of like what could be happening, like what spirits haunting them, you know.
Yeah.
It hurt on the rewatch, and I already didn't really like the film. Because I felt like it fell on his face. But how do you feel about it?
Well, I kind of feel the same way. Like like the Red Man loses all of his scariness the moment that you fully see him, because then he's just a man. Like, he's at that point, he's like, oh, he's not like weird or mysterious. He's just a man that's painted red and he's got goat hooves. Like, you were better as a figment of my imagination than you were as like a full-bodied entity. You should have been like a shadow on the wall chasing them, rather than like, I'm coming to get you, doing a little dance and whistling.
Yeah, and just, it's one of those things, because I even remember I felt it in that moment where she's having that moment where she gets like intuned or whatever with the gas mask on, and she's talking to the guy, and you get to hear everything that the red guy's saying, and how like malevolent and like vicious and like whatever. I kind of wish he had killed the spoilers, who cares? This movie's like 12 years old. I wish, because the fact that the old lady was the one who ended up strangling her at the end, which I guess plays into him and his past with her, but I don't know. I guess I wish it would have been him who had possessed his body and done it, and like fulfilling that promise of that intense scene. That was kind of goofy in this day and age, but like at the time, I feel like I remember being like, "Oh God, is she dead?" type moment. I don't know. It just,
Yeah.
talk about the blandest mom of all time. It was really hard to sympathize with her in literally any way, because she was just such a nothing character the entire movie. Like, I feel like saltines have more seasoning because they have salt sprinkled on them. Like, holy jeez, I can't empathize with you as a mother going through this, because you're giving me nothing. The kid who's comatose is more of a character than you are. It hurt me to watch it, and I know this lady. Whoever you are, not a fan. Sorry, this guy, 2 thumbs, not your fan. God, you were boring.
That's why that guy divorced her and went on to the Conjuring universe.
Exactly. Skipped out on that therapy bill and denied another one over there. But hey, they had fun. They had toys.
Yeah, that's true. They had a closet full of toys.
I though our silly joke about men wanting to avoid therapy because it costs money and you could just suppress it, as you should. I feel even without that silly bit, I feel like I like The Conjuring more than I like this film.
That's fair. At least in The Conjuring, like people got tossed around the room.
Yeah, well, at least in this film, someone died though.
Yeah, but it's just the old woman.
Yeah. God.
Yeah, you know. It's all part of the dumb universe, cinematic universe. The Dooku.
Well,
Um
yeah, these are like not connected but connected, I guess, because they're not actually connected in any way, but we're gonna watch them because they're bad. Are we gonna finish out the franchise, Messi? There's like 2 more of these.
yeah, I know, right?
You've done this.
Probably. I have done this. We have to continue the dumb universe, cinematic universe.
We're gonna go back through Annabelle because we skipped 2 of those movies because you just couldn't be bothered.
I didn't. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, we can watch the 3rd Conjuring because our 4th Conjuring's coming out.
Yeah. That's
The Conjuring
true.
stunk.
We should have probably at least see how Annabelle got made.
I guess, but at the same time, they do the same dumb thing where you see the devil spear, it's just a horn guy who's just like a goat man, and you're just kind of like, I shouldn't have seen your face.
Yeah.
If that's even the thing. I feel like these films play so loosely with the idea of like evil and possession across Paranormal Activity, Insidious, and The Conjuring. It's like evil for the sake of evil. There's like nothing behind it. And then when they put something behind it, it's like Goat Man. You know?
Yeah. No. Yeah. No. It usually is Goat Man because that's what people are used to.
That's
Some
dumb.
goat based evil.
Because even in the Paranormal Activity, when the lady's jumping to conclusions about stuff, she's like, look, I'm reading this stuff. Look, it's a Baphomet. It's a Baphomet. It's a Baphomet. And it's just like, it's the atypical design thing. Like, I'm expecting too much. I feel as though people are just like, oh my god, a goat man! Like, the most evil thing that's ever happened. And it's like, I've seen Hercules. I don't care. Like,
See Hercules.
you know, that whole thing's just whatever. I'm out of breath. I'm all out of words. They're spent. James Wan, I don't like your loud noise thing. Whatever that is. It's like who's the asshole who directed that Batman trilogy with Christian Bale?
Christopher Nolan.
It's like the Nolan Womp. It's like his version of that, but it's like clanging, like throwing a possum against a piano. Just a loud, just anyways. You have any other thoughts on Insidious? I thought this was gonna be the quick podcast, but we're fucking an hour and 40 in.
No. No, I think you pretty much nailed it. There's not much really to talk about with the Wan verse.
The Wan verse?
Yeah.
And his one movie,
The Woo.
The Woo. It's the same I say it every single podcast. We talk about Dr. Sleep. We don't need to see as much. Those assholes in the background shouldn't be walking forward. They should stand there menacingly. How do you feel about James Bond, Meshi?
Same way I feel about Freeform Jazz. I like it.
We went back to Casino Royale. I hadn't seen this movie since it came out, and I don't even think I really watched it at the time. This was a 2.5 hour film that you know.
This was 2.5 hours?
It was close. It was something. It was over 2 hours.
Jeez.
It was a long movie, from what I believe. But Mad Mikkelsen, what's his name? I loved him.
Mikkelsen, yeah.
He is just a national treasure. Like him and Paul Rudd holding it down. Like I know you have. I feel like we need to go back to the other James Bond films at some point. I want to finish out whatever because his stuff's done, right? Or does he have a new one
Yeah.
coming out?
No, he's done.
I feel like I want to finish out the Daniel Craig verse to find out, you know, just to see his stuff through because I enjoyed this film. It's like slow, but it had its moments. Um, I don't know really what else to say about it. I'm gonna let you talk about it. How did you feel about rewatching Casino Royale?
It was better than I remember it being.
Do you think that's because we were young and we were just kind of like we weren't there for the slow bits and
Yeah.
just kind of the nuance of James Bond, but now that we're older, we're there for the slow bits and kind of like the sparse action was just kind of like a cherry on top. But when we were younger, we were just like, where's more bang bang shoot shoot?
Nah, it's because I'm more into CBT now. But
That was a rumor that got spread at that poker table.
no, but yeah. I think what was it, 2008 when this movie came out? Like,
No, Meshi, this was 2006.
oh shit, yeah. I definitely wasn't here for like the slow moments. I was mostly here for the fast pace action, and the poker thing really didn't do it for young me.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely enjoyed it more the second time watching it and being able to appreciate the slow moments and his emotional struggle and kind of what he was going through all together.
Yeah, it was just I was just pleasantly surprised with a revisit on this because I've been thinking about it ever since you brought up that James Bond game. I seemed really excited, and I was like, man, I haven't really given James Bond a thought in a hot minute, so maybe I should go back to it as an older man. And I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was a fun movie. It is 2 hours and 20 minutes or 18 minutes. Let's go 220. Long film.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it though, at least for
Yeah,
me anyway.
well, no, that's how you know it's a good film. Like if you're watching a long thing, you get lost in it, and you're like, "Wow, it passed already." Like I feel like then it got you, it sucked you in. Um, yeah, we just had fun. Just see, we can have fun. We're not complaining about things all the time. If something's good, it's good, and we'll never lie to you. We'll never lie to you. I won't.
I might.
You probably will. Don't worry, baby. The only time I'll lie to you is, when we're at the beach. So we watched another movie, which, all right. So the Mortal Kombat 2 trailer came out, and me and Meshi were all about it. Well, all about watching the trailer, I guess, and then laughed at the dumb costumes and how low budget it looks.
Yeah.
So we decided to go back and watch, was it Mortal Kombat 2017 or 2019?
Yeah, it's 2019, I think. Yeah.
We went back to this film to see it. Never mind. It's Mortal Kombat 2021. We're
Oh,
so
Jesus
old.
Christ.
Yeah, we suck. So I'll be the first to tell you, Mortal Kombat is my guilty pleasure. It's a game series made by a bunch of guys who love like kung fu and stuff and martial arts stuff from the 80s that don't understand like Asian cultures and like try to make fiction about it. And it's really dumb, but it also has like all the heart in the world. But someone who's really ignorant and doesn't understand anything. And this movie leans into that a little bit. They even have Sub-Zero talking in Chinese.
Yeah.
because Sub-Zero is a Chinese ninja warrior. Let that sink in for a moment. Um, I, there's things I like about this film so much, and then there's things I detest about this movie so much.
Yeah.
I
It
can't
starts out
tell.
so good.
It starts out so strong, and we'll be honest, Kano, whatever he got paid, they should have tripled it. He, oh my god, he was amazing as that character. Oh my goodness. He had me snickering left and right. Um, and everything they had with Sub-Zero, his costume's a little oversized for them. That's the only problem I have with these designs. Is a lot of the armor and stuff is just too like bulky and big for their frames, right?
Right.
But everything involving Sub-Zero was so cool. Like when he got summoned, and he throws the ice down the street. There's a lot of cool ideas of things that happened in this movie that I liked as far as the MK universe is concerned. Um, but God, did they have the most boring, bland, milk toast protagonist of all time. And everything that he said could have been read off the back of a cereal box.
He was
It
pretty bad.
It was abysmal, and they missed the perfect opportunity to like let him take up the Scorpion mantle or something, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm sorry, I just kind of went on a rant and I blacked out. Where do we start with this movie?
Um, I don't know. The good parts, and then
Well,
split into the bad.
okay, this movie starts out awesome. It starts out with the killing of Hanzo Hisashi's family, right? The Lin
Yeah.
Kuei comes in, kills his family. He gets back to the village and sees, his wife holding their son, trying to protect him. And God, if this movie would have just been a tale of Sub-Zero or a tale of Scorpion trying to get revenge on Sub-Zero, I feel as though I really would have loved it. But that's just the beginning of the film. The opening, it's fun. Like the choreography's okay, but we have some cool spear combat with as Scorpion gets back to the home and he picks up the rope and the spear, and like there's some cool stuff there. And it starts out real strong, and you really feel that like that animosity that Hanzo Hisashi has for Bihan in those final moments. It starts out so good, and then you just cold cut to boring MMA guy who gets punched in the face and loses.
Yeah, John Everyman.
And I just love the fact that John Everyman Combat is doing underground, like amateur fights. His wife, or baby mama or whatever, is so done with watching him get his shit kicked in that she's like, I don't stay and watch anymore. She leaves and leaves the daughter there.
Yeah.
She doesn't even bother watching, and the daughter's just like, don't tap out, Dad! Meanwhile, he's catching elbows to the face. Like, the amount of brain damage he must, like, already have for the sake of just trying to be an amateur fight. Like, God bless him. I just found that humorous. It was just the fact that the wife leaves and the daughter still stays. Yeah, and I don't know where else do we go from here. I kind of like how they made like a what do you call it? They kind of referenced Annihilation, the second Mortal Kombat film from the 90s, with the dragons who flew off all of the Outworld fighters when they died. They turned that into the kind of like birthmark, or the kind of like the dragon scar transferring between eligible combatants instead. So it was kind of a cute play on that, where they took this old idea from this terrible film that fell on its face, and they were like, "Oh, how can we do something with it?" I really like when franchises or movies like will accept everything that comes from a series and try to make something work with it.
Yeah.
It's like reverent to the material, even if it kind of like is sucks. They like homage it in some way. I don't know where else I'm going with this. I love the fact that that was the other thing. They have, what did they call them, Meshi? What are their powers whenever they awaken?
Oh shit! What do they call them?
Not aspects.
Um, oh man, shit.
We're idiots.
Yeah, we are, because they give him some dumb name.
Anyway, as Meshi's looking it up, so everyone gets powers, right? They meet Liu Kang, and he like his power was like he can control fire, like fireballs and stuff. Kung Lao can like teleport. They
Arcana.
Arcana persona.
Yeah.
And there's a great scene where Kung Lao and Liu Kang are like baiting Kano into getting angry, and eventually his Arcana manifests and it's a laser beam, and he talks shit to Liu Kang how his is way cooler because the laser beams are way better than fireballs. It's just dumb shit like that. The way the guy that sold it was just. Oh, he was just a pleasure to watch. I loved him in this movie.
Fucking laser beams out of my eyes. A lot better than fireballs.
Oh, and I did like the fact that they did pull from all eras of Mortal Kombat. They pulled from the 3D by bringing in characters like Natara. Of course, you had all the classics. I did find Jax's his little T-Rex arms pretty funny, and then his whole thing manifests. He gets the bigger arms out of it. Jax losing his arms in this film, I thought was really fun and creative. I love that they let Sub-Zero do it in a cool way.
Yeah.
That was fun. Yeah, everything they did with Sub-Zero was just cool.
They knew what they were doing. They're like, we gotta make Sub-Zero cool. That was their main focus for this movie.
Oh, yeah, they did. I just wish they could have done more with Scorpion, because. And I like how this entire movie takes place outside of the tournament. The tournament never happens.
That is true, actually.
So everyone's gathering for the big, 10th and final tournament before Shao Kahn and Outworld can invade Earth, and this was the final one. They try to ambush them at the is it the Shaolin Temple? I think it is.
They call it Raiden's Temple, but it's basically the Shaolin Temple, yeah.
And so Shang Tsung and all of the baddies from Outworld are trying to like ambush them before the tournament starts and kill them off. Once again, the Elder Gods not doing anything, even though they made these rules and don't enforce them at all and don't really care. Whatever. Omnipotent beings, whatever. And then the good guys are like, okay, well, I guess we'll do the same thing and just go attack them before the tournament starts. And that's what they do.
Yeah. And Raiden was within his complete right to nuke every evil bad guy in that room and just decided to put up a force shield instead.
Oh, God.
You're the only one playing by the rules, Raiden. Even they're loose.
He always is. I'm glad that they still alluded to the fact that Kano and Cabal were from the Black Dragon, and they had a little bit of a back and forth. At least you still have that connection. I wish they would have gotten more with Prince Goro, because I don't like when
introduce a character and then murder him immediately.
Yeah, when there's more to Goro. He's not just big, dumb, mindless forearm muscle thing. And I feel like they did the same thing with Bane back in the Batman and Robin movie, where they just make
Oh,
him roided up.
yeah.
Uh,
Rated up Jack guy. Yeah,
where Bane's a smart ass dude. You know, he intellectually he goes back and forth with Batman. You know,
yeah.
and you know I don't like characters like that getting reduced down to like nothing. At least give him like something.
Well, maybe they'll bring him back in the Nether realm, like they're doing with Kano or something.
I mean, I'd be fine with like what's his name, Kentaro. Who's the cat one?
Look it up.
I think it's Kentaro. It is Kentaro. I'll never question myself again. I love this schlock way too much. Yeah, bring
Yeah.
in Kentaro or something. Or hell, I'll even take Shiva or something. Um you'd probably want Shiva, wouldn't you?
Not into it.
You say that now.
Yeah.
But where was I going with this? God, the main character's dumb, stupid Arcana is just the most bland looking, dumb, gold, nothing armor. And his whole thing is like, get hit more than you can hit back. And then he's got spike tonfas for some reason.
Yeah, which is he's never shown using tonfas in the first place, so it's like a weird weapon choice.
I kind of would have wished that if they would have went the MMA route, because you know MMA was risen to popularity over the past like 10 years or so.
Yeah.
If they're gonna do the muscle suit thing or just like the gold armor thing, like have that enhance his grappling. Maybe he like implements more jujitsu and like gets Goro an arm hold and enhances him to like break his arms in that way and implement more of how he fights or should fight as an MMA fighter, as opposed to just like, oh, get hit, man, kid, hit back now, and here's spike tonfas that you can now cut through people with. I don't know. But last thing I'll say about it, I know I've been ranting on about Mortal Kombat for a while. I just like how endearingly dumb it is. Reminds me of me. Meshi, the end of this movie is it's so close to being something, but it turns into just nothing. Because like Scorpion comes back, and I know you have to have the fight with Scorpion and Sub-Zero. I get it. Because the whole reveal is that Cole, is the descendant. Well, it's not a reveal. He's the descendant of Scorpion, of the Shirai Ryu. They say it Ryu. I don't want to talk about it. It's Shirai Ryu. But anyways, I wish it would have been Hanzo like possessing Cole and like Cole like adorning the thing, like the Scorpion garb. And then you could have had that face mask pull moment, and then you see Hanzo's face, and Bihan looks at Hanzo, and be like, "Oh my god!" He's like, "Do you remember? Do you remember this face?"
Like,
How?
okay, like his Arcana, instead of being that stupid muscle suit, was he basically just he gets infused with Scorpion's soul, and that's his Arcana, is that there's like two fighters in there now.
Yes, and that would have been the 2-on-1 situation, and like Cole's like fury for trying to save his family. And like seeing them in that ice like would have like propelled him further, like bloodluster or whatever. Maybe that attracted Scorpion to finally be able to like make that connection with him, and just to have that Scorpion reveal, even if it was just for that moment of him taking off that mask and like sending a quote unquote chill down Sub-Zero's spine of seeing Hanzo's face again, like that would have been sick. It
Yeah.
would have been so cool. But then it just ends up being fucking, you know, it's whatever. All I gotta say, it took two fellas to take down Sub-Zero. I'm saying Bihan is kind of kind of him. You know? It took both those losers. And he still went out like a G. He still closed the gate, and he's like, all right, fuck it. All right.
We're doing this. Bring it
We're
on,
doing this.
please.
It was, oh, man. So this movie's like half good, half bad, but Kano and all the fun moments, I feel like, make it okay, but still disappointing in the aspects of everything else. Cole in this movie, I think his name's Cole,
Yeah, I think you're right.
is the dub Lex Luthor girlfriend of Superman of this film. Just drags it down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have I been ranting about Mortal Kombat for 20 minutes?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. This movie's done. It's I'm sorry, Beshi. Did you have any other thoughts about it?
The only thought I have is in the one that's coming out, which is if I don't get a fucking Raiden doing a Superman fly across the screen going, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Oh, it better happen. They did the bicycle kick in this movie. I think it kind of stunk. I don't think it was a good one. I don't remember being satisfied. I liked the animality they did or whatever with the
Fire dragon into the oil.
Yeah, that was sick. That was cool.
Poor Cabal.
He got burnt again, like extra crispy. It's like that one crumb that sits in your air fryer that's just outside. It's just like, not again. Release me. I'm glad that Kano's gonna come back with the metal eye. That's gonna be fun because he got stabbed in the eye by a garden gnome that he spat on. Like, there's so much good stuff that they like set up and pull off later on, and it's funny.
Yeah.
So much right. So much.
Who knows? Maybe
right.
maybe the upcoming one, the only thing we'll be able to complain about is the costumes. Wouldn't that be a dream?
I hope so. Can we talk about Melina, how she died to a single projectile? A cool 60 damage to the chest blew out her entire back.
Well, don't forget, it got added damage because she did a spiral tumble through the air first and then landed and shot. The unnecessary spiral.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm sorry. This brings up another side tangent. Okay, do you remember the dumb speed hot rod biker gang from The Mandalorian?
I know what you're talking about. I have not seen the scene, but yes, I know what you're talking about.
So, well, you know the concept of these hot rodders or whatever. So they're poor on this desert, terrible planet, but somehow they have shiny chrome perfect bikes that are all souped up and modded or whatever. Anyway, there's a dumb one. He's a guy. He's got a cyber eye. He's got a double laser blaster or whatever.
Oh.
And he does this dumb spin move.
Yeah.
And he like falls to the ground. He shoots his laser, and Ed Boon tweeted out like this unnecessary movement. And then the actor of the Mandalorian thing was like, am I really getting called out for unnecessary movement by the creator of Mortal Kombat? I just love dumb interactions like via like social media between like just famous people. But anyways,
yeah, kind of the unfortunate thing when you do you make really stupid things and then you want to point out to people the stupid things that they do, but you make stupid things, so you're like, oh shit.
Damn, checkmate. Okay, well, I guess I'll wrap up our movie watching. I thought this podcast was going to be an hour. I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm just surprised that we had such strong thought. Well, not me. I'm surprised you had such strong thoughts. I know I have strong thoughts.
Yeah, every once in a while.
You know what I love?
Horror or whores, as you put it.
Not on stream. No. I love Hellraiser.
Really?
Clive Clive Barker in his writing. We watched the first film together, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Um, I adore Clive Barker. I love how he writes and his how he depicts horror through human nature and just the emotions and the human experience and how he how he translated that into body horror as well as human experience. It was just, I don't know, Hellraiser captivated me. And I just really liked it. It fell off after I think the second film, really, and kind of halfway through the second film, because it's based on his novella, The Hellbound Heart. And then I think it gets to the third Hellraiser film, and then they started adding in like CD head and stuff, and it kind of loses its thought process or whatever.
Yeah, they start getting
Um,
too weird with it.
it's not even weird; it's just dumb. And
Yeah, I guess that's a better word for it.
yeah, you start losing your I don't know what to call it.
Or
The no the
theming.
Yeah, the
Or
theming and everything that like brought me in that I could sink my teeth into and really like just get behind. Um yeah, was no longer there, and then turned into like dumb schlockiness. And I don't think I've really ventured past 3. There's I think Hellraiser 5 is called Hellraiser Deader. Um
what a
it's
name.
about a it's about a cult called the Deaders. Um I might want to venture into how terrible it gets. Um But anyways, we're gonna react to, apparently there's a new Hellraiser game, and Clive Barker has a long running history of trying to make video games with his horror vision, right? And I got sucked in as a young man, wanting to play. God, what was the FPS that he made called Meshi? Clive Barker's Jericho. I showed you the trailer and it was really loud. Of the
Yeah.
chained up like Crusader guy. You know, it's just one of those things. So I have a long running history of like wanting more from the Hellraiser franchise or even Clive Barker in general. So apparently there's a new game. So we're going to watch it and we're going to see what it's all about. And no, well, I haven't seen Sinners. Meshi, have you seen Sinners?
Uh, yes, I have seen Sinners.
Did you like it?
It's all right. It's not. It's not my typical movie that I would watch normally, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah. Oh, no, that was from a while ago. Never mind. Okay. Anyways, we'll react and watch this, and we'll talk about it. Do you have any feelings on Hellraiser, Meshi? Have you seen these movies?
I've seen the first one at least, and outside of us watching it, maybe the second one, but it would have been years ago.
It's got the doctor when they go to Leviathan. They see the pyramid that
Oh yeah, the weird pyramid thing. Yeah.
that's the second film. So you have seen that.
Yeah.
And he drops the doctor is in that dumb moment.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. Here we go.
Well, block it with your hands. Block it with your hands.
God damn it! I cooked. Hold on, I need to see if there's a censored version of this trailer. Well, hey, they're jumping straight in to being what would you call it?
Sexy.
I think PlayStation is Oh, okay, let me pre-watch a little bit of this to see if there's more of it.
This is more.
I found it. I got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so if y'all don't know, some apologies. I had stuff on screen that shouldn't be there. The first film is like a love triangle, right?
Yeah.
Where this woman has a sexual relationship with this man who's never satisfied with anything, and he's an addict, and she can't stop thinking about him, and she ends up marrying the guy's brother.
Yep.
And it's not the same. And you know, and it's this kind of, you know, tale of what the heart wants and, you know, desire and that kind of thing, and what it could lead a person to do, and the evils it could lead people into, and that kind of thing. So already this this game might be leading into those aspects a little bit more than CD DVD brain or whatever the guy's name is from the third one. We're gonna try this again. Hopefully this time it works. Ready, Meshi?
Yep.
You have a void.
Is he part of a biker gang called the
A
Hellraisers?
desirous, gaping
That would be really
heart.
funny.
He's got a back tattoo that says Hellraisers on it.
What if you solve this Rubik's Cube while you do me? All right.
It thirsts for excruciating pleasure. The very thing we offer.
We shall come together.
Is hellbound. Follow her, for we have such sights to show you.
Chatterer Meshi. That's his name.
Interesting.
Okay. Okay. Wow, they really went for it, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm gonna play this game 1,000%. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stream it. Which is fine.
I think Twitch has like a list of games you can stream that has stuff in there, though, right?
Do they? If they add this, I'm definitely gonna play it on a stream, because I feel as though I hate to break this to you, Meshi. If I play this video game, you can't be there.
That's fair.
I feel like this is gonna be my scorn moment.
Yeah, it's an experience you need to do alone. I 100% get it. You can go rub your nipples raw to this game, and I will be in the background. I
have such sights to show you. Is that Doug Bradley? Is that his name?
It sounded like him. I'm gonna be honest.
Because if you don't know, Doug Bradley has a sordid history with this franchise. His portrayal of Pinhead is so, what would you call it? Captivating. Like, he is that character. They ended up continuing the Hellraiser franchise with some bad movies to retain the license. And they didn't ask Doug. It isn't. Oh, thank God. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah, let's go. I bet Clive brought him back. I bet Clive was like, please, Doug, come back for the video game. I want to make a video
Only
game.
your nipples can bleed the right way.
Exactly. And Doug was like, all right, I don't have anything going on. This weird guy named Scub keeps following me to conventions, telling about how my portrayal changed his life. I'm excited. That looks cool. Like, if anything, it could be my little theme park moment. You have your Star Wars Outlaws. I might have Hellraiser Revival. It seemed to have a little bit of the first person-y kind of like VR-esque isms, if you could see it, I think.
Yeah.
But I think I'll just be happy with the scenery and just to experience it.
I'm curious if it's like you're like constantly in hell, or if you're like going to places and it like kind of like Silent Hill where there's like places because there was like a nightclub in there or whatever, and then like you kind of use the puzzle box to like open different pockets, I guess.
Yeah. I wonder if it's gonna be like like you searching for different types of pleasures and experiences, and you open different gateways to different parts of hell in those ways.
Okay, I was thinking it was you're on a journey to save that woman.
Well, I mean that too, I guess.
Yeah.
But maybe it's the biker with the back tattoo that says Hellraisers on the back of it, and maybe he has a heart of gold, and he was just like, she was really into stuff, and I just wanted to try to be the best partner I could be. Heart of gold.
Yeah, Heart of Gold. And no, Justin, I didn't exactly like Outlaws. I had like a 30-minute rant about it. I think
No. I'll speak for you, Meshi. I'll order your dinner for you.
Please.
He takes his steak medium rare. Don't listen to what he says.
Help me, please.
That's just his way of asking for extra breadsticks. It's fine. Meshi loved the scenery of Star Wars, and that's what made that game like why he even spent time playing it was because Star Wars stuff. I guarantee you I'm not going to like the gameplay of Hellraiser's whatever Revival, but I love Hellraiser, so I'm going to be there.
Okay. I get you.
Are you a masochist? I would say no, but Meshi's watched my stubborn nature and what I put myself through just to exist, so I don't know. Maybe I am.
Yeah.
They're not better than me. Do you have any thoughts on what we just witnessed?
No, it looks interesting. Like I didn't think it was going to be that kind of game. So I'm looking forward to experiencing it vicariously through you.
Hold on. Hear me out, Meshi.
Yeah.
I don't want to put you on the spot.
Okay.
I don't want to throw you under the bus. I don't want to hold you up at gunpoint in front of everybody in Minecraft. You have to be careful what you say nowadays. What if, because I guarantee you they're going to lean in to the sexy side of things.
Mm-hmm.
What if I played it as it's intended and I sent it over to you and you put funny stuff over the boobs and stuff?
I could do that.
And that way you could watch the game and how it's played and whatnot while putting like our faces on top of lady chests and stuff.
Yeah, I could do that. That's simple enough.
Okay. And I just thought about, well, if I want to put this on YouTube, because I want to play it, but maybe I should just record it and then put it up when you've, whenever the Snyder Meshi cut comes out. Okay, we're just spitballing. Do you want to watch a trailer with a Keanu Reeves movie, Meshi?
Of course.
Have you seen this?
I have not.
Okay. Better not have. What's this movie called?
My name is Gabriel. I'm an angel. I'm here to save you.
What? Who the fuck are you?
I'm an angel. See the wings? I know all about you. I know you lost your job. I know you're living in your car.
I did everything I was supposed to do and nothing's working out.
I'm not really supposed to be doing this. I'm normally only in charge of saving people from texting and driving.
Wait, you're telling me I have a budget guardian angel?
Kinda.
My life is just in the service of people like Jeff.
Arge, I'm Jeff, a pleasure.
The people who actually get to live.
Fix my cold plunge. Get a disco floor for my party and find a shaman to take me on an ayahuasca journey.
Maybe I can show you that that life is not all it's cracked up to be. You wanted to have wealth and success?
Now look at you.
Jeff's life is now your life.
What happened to Jeff?
Is there any update on the Huevos Rancheros for Alex?
He has your life.
Gabriel, why did you do this?
I tried to show him that wealth wouldn't solve all his problems.
And?
It seems to have solved most of his problems.
So what, I just go back to living in my car?
You live in your car?
Yes, Jeff, I did. Why do you think an angel got involved? Because I had too many roommates? Why don't you go tough it out for a few days?
You think because I'm a tech bro, I can't live your life for a little while? I came from nothing. I'm self-made.
What did your parents do?
My father was an orthopedic surgeon.
This is too hard. How do people do this without just being miserable and angry all the time?
You're up here in this huge house. I'm fighting just to get by.
You'll never believe me, but I've been there.
Get me God. I want a meeting with God. God! It's Jeff!
What has happened to you, Gabriel? You're smoking cigarettes now?
Leave me alone, Jeff. I like it. It's all I have.
Why?
My wings are too small.
Not the size of the wing.
Actually, it is.
Oh, that's too bad.
Okay. So I like things there. I don't think I'm gonna get as much Keanu as I want. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I feel as though this might be someone standing on a soapbox and getting a little preachy at me. With wage gappiness and that kind of thing. And I don't know if I care as much for that as I care for deadpan Keanu being an angel and his trials and tribulations.
Yeah.
I feel as though I want to watch it, but I have a strong feeling I've got like half the movie, if that makes sense.
No, I get it. Because also the problem is if you got a lot of Keanu, would it still be funny? Or is it funny because you only have a little bit and it's like really good?
Meshi, I could take a whole movie of Keanu saving people from texting and driving.
You know what? That's
and
fair.
and be absolutely over the moon. I like how Seth Rogen is just being Seth Rogen.
That's kind of what you get him for, to be honest.
I haven't seen Aziz in something in a really long time. He's just kind of being Aziz.
Yeah, as he always is as well.
Yeah.
I think the last time I saw him was Parks and Rec, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll see. I love everything Keanu's doing, though. I'm a Keanu fanboy. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. The man's a national treasure, right there with Paul Rudd. The Mount Rushmore of national treasures is Paul Rudd, Keanu Reeves. Who's the other guy?
Mad Mickelson.
Mad Mickelson. Who's our fourth?
I don't think we found him yet. You haven't mentioned the fourth yet.
I need to find my fourth. Who's my Mount Rushmore? Is it Willem Dafoe? Or is it...
Yeah, Willem
Hold
Dafoe
on.
was a good choice.
Willem Dafoe's up there. But Christopher Walken is also.
Yeah.
I'm a cock and a walk, baby. Okay, we're gonna watch. We're gonna Nick Cage is strong. Nick Cage is real strong. Okay, we're gonna react to one more thing, or maybe two more things. I might want to watch that Gundam Wing 30th anniversary like thing, whatever that is. Anyways, okay. Do you know anything about Aztec Batman, Meshi?
No, I do not.
If this is any play on what happens during Grant Morrison's run on the character, which I sent you.
Oh,
might
that's
get around
right.
to.
He gets like sent back in time, right?
Yeah, when Darkseid hits him
I-
with the Omega Beam.
Yeah.
The whole thing. Final Crisis. Funny thing, Final Crisis. Okay, so that's the moment that happens, right?
Right.
This is why Grant Morrison's one of my favorite authors, but sometimes he can go way too far. Do you know how he wrote Final Crisis? Because all the Crisis events are like big deals in the DC universe, right?
Right.
And they seem to be the big events that everyone who reads DC wants to get into, and like, oh, I'm reading for this moment because everything's going to tie into it. Grant Morrison said, okay, all the stuff's happening with Batman at this one moment, but I want this story to feel as though you turned on a television and you're flipping channels to random things.
Okay.
So if you ever read Final Crisis, just go in mind with that, because if you don't go in, you're going to get really lost really fast. With that notion in your mind, knowing that's how Final Crisis was conceived, you'll be lost, but at least you'll know why. Because he got into some drugs at some point, and anyways.
He fell into a pile of heroin and just couldn't get himself out.
No, psychedelics.
Oh.
He's from Glasgow, where they have deep fried Mars bars. He was straight edge from the hardcore punk scene, actually. That's where we're kindred spirits, but he broke edge and started doing psychedelic drugs and writing comic books, and he got really famous. Shouts to Grant Morrison. I love him. Anyways, what were we talking about? Aztec Batman.
Yeah, the Aztec Batman.
Lock in, Meshi. No more tangents from you.
A wise man told me once, fear can kill you or inspire you to action.
My son, when you take my place, it'll be your duty to always be ready for battle.
What are those?
My hands control the power of destiny. What I want is gold.
Impossible. We have strict rules in place that forbid this.
Rules are rules.
Slaughter them all!
Are you all right? Where's your father?
I'm going to stop Cortez. I want you to train me to become the greatest warrior that the world has ever known.
What else do you require, my lords?
Fear.
Even with all of your training, I still can't defeat them. If only there was somebody who was stealthy. Find that bat and that cat. Put your trust in me. Cortez must stand and face my vengeance.
Not vengeance, but through sacrifice.
You've been given a sacred mission. Whether you accept it or not, it's the truth. Tell us, war leader, what are your orders? Attack!
Meshi?
Yeah, okay. Not what I was expecting at all.
That looked so awful. What was that Archer animation? What?
I don't know. They're on a kick lately with that Archer animation. I'm going to be honest.
It's awful. The fact that abandoned Bruce Timm's style tears me up inside. I love Bruce Timm's art. I love it, Meshi. If you don't know Bruce Timm, it's the guy who did all the Justice League art and the Batman Animated Series. Okay, I'll just make sure you keep it up. That's gonna be rated R. What the fuck was that? It's not even Bruce?
No, like I thought it was what you were saying, which is, you know, Batman going through time and doing that.
Yeah, because they've already touched on that.
Yeah.
With that other thing. Ooh.
This feels more like someone was like, I want to tell an Aztec versus conquistador comic book story, but nobody would take it. He's like, well, what if I made it Batman? And they were like,
oh,
okay.
Yeah, that. I thought we were gonna go out on a high note, Meshi, and that was not the high note that I wanted. That looked absolutely awful.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, well, no. It's not over. The dream's not dead yet.
Not yet.
Sorry, I just got the title card. Okay, we're gonna watch this Gundam thing because Meshi, I was a Gundam Wing boy. That's what I came in on, was Gundam Wing, and then I think G Gundam afterwards. The 30th anniversary is here. And I think there's gonna be a video thing or something. We need to find out what it is. I need to wash whatever that Batman Aztec thing out of my mouth.
It's gonna be a 5-foot Gundam statue that you can buy.
Stop, Meshi. My credit card is already swiped. Hero Yui. You know, I have the chipboard box set edition for, I think, the 25th anniversary they did.
Oh. You never talk about your box sets enough.
They're mine. You can't have them.
I don't want them. I don't have space for them.
There is no excuse. Okay, this is what we're getting. Oh. 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 Whoa, hold on. We gotta get...
You think it's a movie, or?
All I need is 5 minutes of animation or something. Unless they just did that just to tease me and give me a little bit... I don't know. Or is that just celebrate the fact that Gundam Wing existed? Okay, we'll report back. I'm very, very pleased with whatever the hell just happened. Because I was in this... See, they got me with the J.J. Abrams, Meshi. They hit me in the member berries. I'm like, Gundam Wing. It's fun. Good animation. High octane teen angst in mechs. And then they hit me with a little taste, a little something new. Yeah, at least it's not shitty 3D. So I need to look into this. We'll report back next week. A special video, okay, commemorating the 30th anniversary. We would like to thank everybody supporting Gundam Wing for the past 30 years. Website, anniversary book. Wait, watch the first episode here. Hold on, Gundam Suit Wing HD remaster. Wait, are they just remastering Gundam Wing? Is that what's happening? Yeah. Mexican cloak, go hard. Okay, that's it. I think that's a podcast. We've talked for 2 hours and 44 minutes. This is supposed to be the short episode. You can please subscribe to me if you made it this far. I don't know why you made it this far, but please subscribe to me. Let me know what you thought down below. Go follow me at twitch.tv/B_SKUM. And I got videos here. Playthroughs aplenty. Go watch me and my antics. Sometimes I co-piloted by Meshi over there.
Hey.
And, do you have anything you want to say, Meshi?
Please subscribe or it'll hit me.
In
with
Minecraft.
Words.
Okay, goodbye, YouTube.
Goodbye.